Well, thank you very much for coming on there, Bill. Bill Siksay from the Member of Parliament for the NDP party for the Douglas Burnaby area. And Kevin, I'm truly sorry for putting you in the hot seat like this. I saw you outside the studio there, and I thought, hey, let's pull Kevin in. Let's get him to ask some questions.
That is the hot seat, Reg. My goodness.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of, well, you know, I really admire Kevin because here's a young guy who has a young child, a young son, and he wants to make a difference. So, I mean, he's standing there and he's involved with the 9/11 people, and he's involved with so many different things. And now he wants to run as an independent for the upcoming federal election. And, you know, Kevin, can you leave the listening audience with some, you know, words, you know, what you're really briefly what your thoughts are on Canada, how to improve it? I know you're going to be coming back on September 28th. I'm going to give you a lot more time, but just a couple minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, I apologize, Bill, for not knowing what I was talking about when I came in there. I just
no problem, Kevin. I understand how those things happen.
Yeah, well, I do know a bit about you, and I respect what you're doing as a politician there.
Thank you.
And I hope that your inspiration can drive me to be successful as well. What my principles are that I believe that Canada should be like America in its in when it sort of revolted against the empire. I think Canada should actually become a sovereign nation and reject the Queen's rule. I would like to see us get away from the whole free trade system and go back to actually producing things for ourselves and become a self-determining sovereign nation. We need to get rid of this draconian C6 bill, which is destroying our right to choose what goes into our body. And I just think Canada could be a lot more prosperous if we rejected this oligarchical imperialist system that's sort of destroying the world, really.
So what you're talking about is you're talking about Canada basically becoming a nation where we welcome newcomers to it. We recognize a partnership with First Nations, non-First Nations. We recognize the rights of 2 official languages and many different First Nation languages, and we're starting to teach our children about our past, and we worry about what happens within our nation first, and then we basically, the way we help out other nations is allowing more citizens to come into Canada, is what you're basically saying.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. Language is very important. It helps you make a connection to your history, or to all of history and what your part is in it. I think it's very important that children understand that they are a continuation of history, and they also are creating history. They're a part of the future. And people don't really see that today. They're very short-sighted, and they don't think about the whole world. They just think about the people closest to them, and they don't think about the future. They think about the next hour at the most. They don't think about, you know, what their actions are going to, what sort of results their actions are going to cause for next year, let alone the next 50 years. And I think if we look at the next 50 years is where that sort of thinking is what's really going to save us from where we're going right now.
Well, thank you so much for those words, Kevin, and we're going to be having you back on September 28th so you can expand upon that and fill in our listening audience. But thank you so much for calling in there, Bill. It was great. It was very I quite enjoyed what you had to say and how you support Canada and you want to create a nation that very much in what I actually envision myself as a veteran of Canadian military.
Well, it's been great talking with you, Reg and Ben and Kevin, and you know, it's always a pleasure to be on Co-op Radio where the community gets to talk about very, very important issues. So thanks very much for inviting me.
Well, thank you very much, Bill Siksay, who is a Member of Parliament for the Burnaby Douglas area for the NDP party. It is Co-op Radio 102.7 FM CFRO, Monday Brown Bagger. My name is Reginald Angus Argue, September 7th, 2009. Thank you so much, and have a great day.